we have been running.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 fan theories.
We'll all fly away together. One last time.
For this list, we're looking at the most interesting and out there potential plots that might play out in the third installment of this cosmic franchise. If you aren't caught up to everything MCU through the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, beware of major spoilers ahead. Which Guardian would you want by your side during a prison break? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. Nova Corps Reborn.
By the authority of the Nova Corps, you are under arrest.
Right, come on up. Hey! That isn't Star Prince.
The first Guardian film introduced us to an intergalactic peacekeeping force known as the Nova Corps. While they didn't get along with Peter at first, they were able to work together to stop the bloodthirsty Ronin in the end. Unfortunately, the Nova Corps was seriously decimated by Thanos only a few years later.
Thanos already has the Power Stone because he stole it last week when he decimated Xandar.
The third Guardians movie could bring the group full circle by having them rebuild one of their biggest former enemies. Although Peter's team has protected others in the absence of the Nova Corps, the third film's events could mark the end of the Guardians. If they disband, Star-Lord may take it upon himself to help a new Nova Corps get started so he can be free to rocket into the sunset.
On behalf of the Nova Corps, we'd like to express our profound gratitude for your help in saving Xandar.
Number 9. Gamora will cross over with the Eternals. After traveling from the year 2014 to 2023 with Thanos, Gamora was left in a future she was greatly unfamiliar with.
I thought I lost you.
Touch. While Peter was unsure of where she went when the battle with the Mad Titan was over, a theory suggests she sought out a very old family member. A post-credits scene recently revealed that Thanos had a brother named Star Fox.
Behold, the royal prince of Titan, brother of Thanos, the Knave of Hearts.
When we last saw him, he agreed to help 3 Eternals reconnect with their friends. Star Fox's journey might be slightly interrupted when Gamora comes knocking at his door. After all, since Thanos adopted her, he is technically her uncle. Gamora might pay him a visit to either get advice or to try and finish off the Mad Titan's family line once and for all.
Come on. We can stop him.
Number 8. The High Evolutionary restores Peter's powers. During Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Peter learned how to harness his incredible celestial powers while hanging on Ego, the living planet.
And I can use the light to build cool things like how you made this whole planet.
Well, it might take you a few million years of practice before you get really good at it.
However, the hero lost access to them when the cosmic villain was slain. But what if another antagonist could give Quill that power rush back? After Magneto lost his powers in the comics, the High Evolutionary was able to restore the magnetic abilities with some advanced tech and the help of a Celestial. The smart scientist is also known for obsessing over unique biology.
You have such elegant materials to work with. Photon energy absorption and projection. Flight. This one.
What if the High Evolutionary becomes interested in Peter's half-human and half-celestial makeup? If the villain starts meddling, he could intentionally or unintentionally unlock Star-Lord's sleeping powers.
I have absorbed the raw genetic clay from thousands of beings and modeled it into perfection.
Calling pop culture superfans everywhere. Do you love to argue with WatchMojo's top 10 ranks? Introducing WatchMojo's first and very own party game. Bring your superpowers to the table and fight for your pick to be at the top of the list. It's all the fun of the comment section, but in real life. Number 7. Stallone's Ravager team steals part of the show.
I wear these flames, same as you!
You may dress like us, but you'll never hear the horns of freedom when you die, Yondu. And the colors of a gourd will never flash over your grave.
Legendary action star Sylvester Stallone appeared as just another tough Ravager leader before he paid his respects to a deceased Yondu. Once the funeral was over, he brought a handful of crooks together to form a team of thieves.
But I think he'd be proud knowing that we're back as a team. I'm in. Dope.
I miss you guys so much!
Hell yes.
although they promise to return to just steal valuable items. Fans believe they'll have more noble motives in the third film. One fact that supports this theory is the fact that most of the Ravager team we saw in the movie were actually Guardians in the comics. In the third volume, Peter might be so busy that he asks Stallone's team to steal a crucial item. It'd be hilarious watching Star-Lord ask a criminal to stage a robbery for heroic reasons.
I mean, if he doesn't pony up,
You take his ship.
exactly.
Bingo!
All right.
Number 6. Adam Warlock may work for the High Evolutionary.
Come on, Drax. Seriously, dude?
Seeing the Animal Planet in the Guardians 3 trailer could be more than just a funny gag. Traditionally, the world they're on is known as Counter-Earth. Not only was this planet created by the High Evolutionary, but the villain also convinced Warlock to help protect the location. This comic setup could predict how the Guardians meet a new foe. After traveling to Counter-Earth to respond to a threat, they discover Warlock is the problem.
You are in my mind.
Before they talk, the Golden Being attacks to protect the planet and serve his original purpose. This plotline would pay homage to old stories and put the Guardians on a collision course with a big bad. Hopefully, Adam will help his new friends face the High Evolutionary before it's too late.
Anytime there's an imbalance detected, thanks to Warlock here, we intervene and deal with the situation, whatever it may be.
Number 5. Drax's daughter returns.
Ronan murdered my wife, Ovet, and my daughter, Camaria. He slaughtered them where they stood, and he laughed!
While Drax is pretty convinced that his wife and daughter are both gone, what if he was only half right? There are some fans that believe his child Camaria may have somehow lived and will appear in the third film.
Papa, there's so little time, and sometimes I feel like there's still so much to ask you.
What is it you wish to know?
To explain why she's been gone so long, theorists have suggested she's been a prisoner of the High Evolutionary for years. A similar storyline played out in the comics when Drax's once thought to be deceased daughter came back as the powerful Moon Dragon. If Camaria returns in the MCU, the Destroyer would likely leave the team to spend time with her. It certainly wouldn't be the first time a Guardian story included a shocking family reveal.
Thank you, Papa. I will be stronger for you.
Number 4. Warlock collects the Infinity Stones.
Guys, if you pick the right year, there are 3 stones in New York.
Shut the front door.
Adam Warlock once picked 6 beings to each protect each Infinity Stone to keep them separate. Although Thanos destroyed the stones in the modern MCU, a complex theory suggests the Golden Being might bring them together. Loki proved there are copies of the cosmic items in drawers. Outside the TVA, Warlock could still hop to other realities or time travel to get the stones. According to a theory, he will do all of that because the High Evolutionary told him to.
Leave the machine on and store the rest of their power. I don't want to waste a single drop.
The Guardians will arrive just in time to stop the Golden Being from getting all these stones in one place. If this wild theory plays out, Star-Lord could prevent a gauntlet snap instead of help cause one this time around.
Okay, Quill, you gotta cool it right now. You understand? Don't engage. We almost got this off!
Number 3. Warlock takes us to see the old Gamora's soul.
Did you do it?
Yes.
When Gamora was tragically slain by Thanos, it looked like her spirit ended up inside of the Soul Gem. This realm can typically only be accessed with the proper Infinity Stone. But Adam Warlock might be the key to getting there. In the comics, he has the ability to access a very similar plane of existence called the Soul World. The cinematic version of Warlock may have somehow inherited an ability like this.
He would have destroyed us all, had I not pulled us into the Soul Gem.
Or he could use a soul gem he borrowed from another place or time. Either way, Warlock's actions could lead to an emotional reunion, where the Guardians get a chance to say a proper goodbye to Gamora.
What did it cost?
Everything.
Number 2. The High Evolutionary will break the multiverse.
A rescue aid is such a cliché. I must remove it from the canvas.
It's unclear what this villain has in store for the Guardians in the third film. However, some fans are much more worried about his plans for the wider world. There's a comic plotline where the High Evolutionary accidentally helps weaken the borders between multiple universes. This brings a lot of planets into one reality before everything was reversed.
You had inadvertently triggered an incursion. You, our friend, had caused the annihilation of another universe.
In Guardians 3, the High Evolutionary might be conducting experiments to mess around with the multiverse. His actions could indirectly cause Earths to collide in big incursion events. If the High Evolutionary's eyes are set on the multiverse, this Guardians adventure could be a key part of Marvel's future.
You caused an incursion, and we're gonna fix it.
Number 1. A Guardian will die.
We have been running our whole lives.
Pete, I'm done running.
Between early reports, sad scenes in the trailer, and fan speculation, it's practically a given that one of the Guardians is going to die. Since we've already seen versions of Groot, Gamora, and Nebula die, that trio might be safe. We also saw another 3 Guardians perish in the snap. Ultimately, this leaves Rocket as the most likely candidate to bite the bullet. Not only has he far outlived the typical raccoon lifespan of 2 to 3 years, but we're also diving into his past in the next film. The increased interest in his story and the fact that he survived so many deadly incidents might spell doom for one of the MCU's most unique characters.
We'll all fly away together. One last time.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.